Well, I think that in the 80s in particular, and during the Cold War in general, we were right to be very scared by the nuclear weapons. And the Cuban crisis brought the world very close to a nuclear war. I think that after the end of the Cold War, it is a very different situation. And I am not surprised that people in general are a bit complacent about it. I don't think one should be complacent about it because it's more serious than that. But I don't see an immediate threat. And for my own part, I would put the global warming much higher than the weapons. However, that's not the area in which I'm engaged mostly in, because my experience takes me more to the nuclear weapons. And there I would say that there are some areas where the risk of a domino effect. If Iran were indeed to go for a nuclear weapon, which they say they won't, but many suspect they will, then I think there's a risk of a domino effect in the Middle East. There's also a risk of an Israeli attack, but the domino effect could be in Saudi Arabia and in Egypt and perhaps elsewhere. And that would increase the tensions tremendously in that area. If the North Koreans were to continue on the path where they are now, and if they were to be a bit provocative, as they sometimes are, then it could also ignite opinion in Japan, demanding a Japanese nuclear weapon. And that would change the atmosphere very drastically in the Far East. Apart from that, I think there's a tendency sometimes in the US to say that the world is milling of would-be proliferators, as if there were naughty children all around and they have to stop them. I don't see that in reality. It's true that Libya and Iraq went for nuclear weapons and they failed, they were stopped. But who else? I don't really see them around. Maybe some terrorist movements would like to get it, but it's not so easy to make a nuclear weapon. Certainly they cannot enrich uranium. Stealing one, yes, but we have pretty strong locks, I think, in most places now. So the risk is there. The reason why we are very insistent upon it is not only our scare about the weapons, but it's also that perhaps we hope to catch the public opinion in favor of disarmament in general. I mean, there are lots of other weapons that are horrible. If you remember the Second World War, Hiroshima and Nagasaki indeed were destroyed by nuclear weapons, but there were as many, if not more, people killed in Tokyo from incendiary weapons. So we should not forget the others. And the world is now spending $1,500 billion a year on military expenditures. And they have a great difficulty in scraping together $100 million to help the developing countries to do something about the environment and global warming. So this, I think, shows that, yes, we need to come to détente and disarmament, lower the military expenditures, and save the planet.